So you need to control the mind and the emotions. The mind, the brain in the head, and the emotions, all the neurons packed into the heart that give you that background to what's going on in the head. Each interacts with the other, you see. The thoughts trigger the heart gives a certain ambience, a certain background to the mind to draw accordingly more thoughts. But there is the sovereign soul. There is you. Timeless and unmanifest. Eternally in harmony with God and the host of heaven, part of the host of heaven. And your life here in this universe is the playing out of a performance, a play. The actors are your eternally close friends, the ones you've been in fellowship with for a very long time. And they've each agreed to play a certain part. And others have come to the party too. The extras that have been pulled in, that have a certain role. Each in their part is blessed by the part they're playing, and you too. The director of the show is, of course, God. Each of these players and God sits apart, unmanifest, in the eternity of heaven. And we now watch the play. In this universe, the play is the battle between good and evil, the uncertainty, time, space and matter, change, uncertainty. The play is a blessing to all the performers and any of the host of heaven that care to tune in. The awareness of the players while playing, of the nature of the situation they're in, that it is a play, has an interesting complication to the performance. A bit like the narrator who explains certain points. Clears up issues that you might have misunderstood in what's happening in the play. And his role too is the performance, of course, part of the performance. In fact, now and again one even notices the players in the orchestra that give them the background music and so on. This performance is like an opera. Sometimes even the manager of the theatre introduces the evening's performance himself. The audience and the players seem lost in the reality of the play, but return to full consciousness at the close of the performance. The audience rises in applause and the actors bow. Firm recognition being made that this is not a reality. It's just a play. Children learn through play. How much more the children of heaven? All of us. Thank you, Dad. Of course, if one or more of the participants in the play continue to keep a consciousness of the fact that they are actors in the reality that this is a performance, oh my goodness, now that really does complicate the program. The script of the individual players now seems rather redundant. It changes everything. And the players are left with their persona to play out and ad-lib. The consequence of these individuals, one or several, that are maintaining a consciousness of the fact that this is a play. These are the exceptional performances. That the host of heaven enjoys the most. It draws tremendous audience from the host. For they are now entertained by the creativity that comes of enlightenment in rather bizarre situations where the rest of the players do not have enlightenment. But have a persona that they must keep to without a script. Each now contributes on stage their unique contribution. Remember, they too are members of the heavenly host. It's just that they are playing out a role without a script. So they can only contribute to the play their uniqueness, albeit in the guise of the character that they are assuming on stage. So we see astonishing people, saints if you like, who change the whole course of history. Or as in the great stories, the great epics, the leading roles, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, etc. Sometimes they stay in role and play the very part they're meant to be playing, which is an enlightened person in an unenlightened world. But then the script is usually pre-written, and people are all keeping to script. That no longer draws the great audiences from the host of heaven. It's when one of the players themselves breaks rank and is enlightened. They become a prima donna in the play. They are actually determining the outcome of the play, with the others trying desperately to keep within their personas, but without a script to match what's going on from the prima donnas that are around. It's all good fun. It's all very, very good fun. Tis enormous blessing. Thank you, Dad.